So, chemically speaking, our brains like to reward us with all sorts of feel good reward chemicals when we resist something. Our body's main focus is keeping us alive, surviving. And for centuries and centuries before there was ever such a thing as a Teams meeting, it was about running from lions and surviving, sandstorms and things like that, or attacks by other humans. But, it was fighting. So our bodies like to keep us fighting. They like to keep us able to fight. They like to keep us wanting to fight. And that's just evidenced by how our brains reward us for digging in our heels and fighting, even when it might not be the best move for us. We get floods of dopamine, and, because we get a rise in adrenaline, we get norepinephrine in there, which also makes us feel really great. It's practically an intoxicant. Serotonin from trying to win. It's just like a big old cocktail of feel good when you resist something. So how does this apply to the workplace? When you approach an issue like something that can be resisted, it is going to take longer to compel compliance. You've got to take the wind out of the compulsion to fight. You've got to keep that dopamine reward dump from happening. Because as soon as you trigger that fight response and that dopamine reward dump falls, you can have a long time overcoming that one. So you do this by taking the wind out of the sails of the fight. Offer rewards or set expectations that are above what you believe that they can accomplish. And what I mean is, don't set unreasonable expectations that they'll never reach and then punish them for not reaching it. Show belief in them. I believe you will do this. I believe you can do this. Because that might not get a perfect, sure, okay, I'll do anything you say, boss. Don't look for that. It's never going to happen. But what it might get is a, wow, my boss really believes that I can do this. And, maybe I can. Maybe they see something in me that I don't have the confidence to see. And let's see if I can meet that expectation. And then if there's reward involved, they're like, oh, shoot, if we get this done by this time, we'll get to get a Friday off in a couple of weeks. I'm in. And that way you're avoiding that I almost said dopamine. Wow. That dopamine dump. Oh, maybe I should coin that term, dopamine. Oh, God. Just look for my book. The word dopamine is going to be in it. Anyway, we stay away from that dopamine drop that gives them all of those feel-good chemicals that keeps them fighting and resisting you. If you come to them with something like, if you don't get this done by this time, I'm going to put you on a PIP, or I'm going to whatever, this team is going to have to be reevaluated, or, whatever toxic bosses use to compel you in a negative way, threatening your job or vaguely or directly. Because the first reaction to that is going to be resistance. Like, what is this, really? Like, come on, man. Like, that's going to be the first thing that happens. What? You're going to put them on their back foot. Like, really? You're going to do this to me? Or like, oh, man. At least that it's going to be, ah. And as soon as that reaction happens, dopamine. The brain is going, here's all of these feel-good chemicals. Here's all these great drugs that make you feel good for fighting. And then they're going to respond irrationally. Or if they don't respond irrationally, it's going to take a lot longer for them to come around to what you were trying to get them to do in the first place. Don't work against brain chemistry if you can help it. Work with it. And you can increase serotonin between you by showing a bonding, by asking them personal questions like, hey, how was your weekend? Good? Oh, I like that shirt. Bond with the person. And that gives them a dump of serotonin, a nice little bonding chemical. It's going to make them a lot more likely to do what you say in a lot faster time period, because that resistance period is going to be nearly nothing. And you won't have to cope with the dopamine. You can use this with children too. My son just came down the stairs this morning and he was like, Mom, I'm so sorry I forgot to do the dishes last night. And my response could have been, yeah, you know what? That's not acceptable. When you say you're going to do something, you really need to get it done. And I woke up this morning and there were all these dishes here. Like, this is crazy. I absolutely could have responded like that. And I would have been, within my rights to do that. But how I responded was, it's all right. You're going to get it done, right? I mean, all I can ask is that you fix it. You're going to fix it. It's okay. Now examine what that sounded like. You're gonna fix it. That could be an order. That could be an expectation. That could just be a belief. But because it could be any of those things, it's gonna function as like all of those things. I'm implanting in his mind, you're gonna fix it. And he knows that I believe that he will. And so he does. He's downstairs doing the dishes right now. And he didn't fight with me. There was no fight at all because I didn't have to deal with the dopamine. So bosses, parents, anyone in a position of authority, seek bonding and reward first. You're going to have much faster compliance that way, and you're going to have a lot shorter of a resistance period. Try it. See how it works for you. Let me know in the comments.